In today's video, I'll show you how to use the layers inside of Cinema 4D. Let's begin. I have an animated scene here. And you can see all of my scene components. I want to organize these and place each of my models into their own layers. To do that, I'll need to open the Layers windows. It's usually located on the far right of the screen as a tab. If you don't see it, you can find it under the Windows menu as Layer Manager. Go ahead and select it, and the Layers window will appear. To create a layer, it's as simple as right mouse click on your mouse and selecting New Layer. Alternatively, you can go to the top of the window, select Layers, and then choose New Layer. Once you create your new layer, you'll see it appear. I'll double click on the name and rename it Camera. Next, I'll create 2 more layers and name them accordingly to my 3D models. You can also change the color of each layer by double-clicking the color box icon next to the layer name. Perfect! Now that I have my layers created, let's go over how to assign objects to these layers. One way to do this is by selecting the 3D model. And on the right side of the name, you'll see a grayed out box. Click on it and you'll get 3 menu options. I'll go to Add to Layer. And here, I'll see the 3 layers I created. Since I've selected my cup model, I'll assign it to the cup layer. You'll see that the layers now has a yellow box, indicating it's part of the cup layer. Another way to do this is by dragging the layer over the objects you want to assign it to. You'll see the layer's color appear next to the object. Now, I'll assign my camera layer to my camera model. Perfect! You may be wondering, what are the benefits of using these layers? Let me show you. If we focus on the solo column and click the solo icon, you'll see all the objects assigned to the camera layers appear in your objects window. I'll solo the crown layer and everything assigned to the crown layer will be displayed. If I solo the cup layer, you'll see everything inside the cup layer in the objects window. Alright, let me uncheck all of these now. This column here is for the view. When I click the eye icon, you'll see everything in the camera layer will be hidden from the viewport. The render column hides any object inside the layer when rendering. Let's say I want to hide the crown and cup from my final render. I'll make sure the icons are selected and then do a render. As you can see, the crown and cup are gone. But why do I still see the sugar cubes in my cup? That's because the children of the cup objects aren't in the layer. We can visually confirm this because the yellow color from our cup layer is missing. Now, if I add the sugar cubes to my cup layer and do another render pass, we can see that only the camera is visible. Alright, I'll uncheck these now. The Manager column, when selected, would hide your 3D model from the Object Manager, Timeline, and Materials Manager. However, it will not hide any children under it. The Lock columns protect items from the unintentional changes. Locked items cannot be selected, deleted, or edited in any other way, but only the items that are inside the locked layer, since these deformers are not assigned to any layer. You can still edit them. However, once these effectors are placed inside a locked layer, you won't be able to edit or delete them. The Animation column switches animations on or off for any objects that's inside it. By turning off the animation for my camera and cup, I can make only the crown animation visible, while the other two objects remain static. The Generator column toggles the visibility of generators for objects. Let me demonstrate how this works. The sugar cubes inside my cup are children of the subdivision surface generator. When I turn off the generator, I'll only see two sharp boxes instead of smooth boxes. The Deformers column switches the effect of deformers on or off. For this to work, the layer must be assigned to the object being deformed, rather than the deformer itself. When I preview my crown animation, the twist and jiggle deformers don't appear in the animation. However, if I uncheck the deformer icon, the deformers become visible again. So if you have a lot of deformers like I do, clicking this icon will turn off all of them. The Expression column switches Xpresso and Python tags on or off. The Xref column applies only to the Xref feature. Objects in the reference file that are on layers will not be loaded into the master file. And there you have it. You now have a better understanding of how to use the Layer Manager in Cinema 4D. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching Tutos, your tutorial channel. Till the next one.